Hello, my name is Luke Stara, but today you can call me Chef Stara because I'm going to teach you how to cook a steak properly. Now, as I said, Chef Stara, this is the Stara way to make a steak. My dad taught me it when I was younger, and it's always nice to share recipes, that your parents taught you with other people. And so I'm going to share my cooking experience with you. So, let's go ahead and cook a good steak. Now, for this recipe, you're going to need a few things. You're going to need your choice of steak, top sirloin for me. You're going to need some butter, just about a tablespoon. Then you're going to need salt. I'm using pink Himalayan salt. Some ground pepper. And then a couple cloves of cleaned garlic. Now, the most important part to cooking a steak, for me, is the seasoning. After it's defrosted and thawed, you want to season your steak. Now, don't overcomplicate it. A lot of people like to say, put this seasoning on it, this seasoning on it. I usually just like to go with salt and pepper because the steak should have enough flavor itself. You don't need to put any more seasoning in it besides that. Today I'm going to actually use some pink Himalayan salt. It's a new salt that I got. My dad uses it. See, I get a lot of my stuff from my dad, but my dad uses it, and so I really enjoy it. Adds a more flavor than normal regular salt. And as well as that, just normal ground pepper. You just want to put that on there. Really brings out the good flavors of the steak and just makes it taste that much better.
Next, you want to turn your stove on. I am using a gas stove, and you want to make sure you put the heat on about medium. Not too high, not too low. Now you want to take the butter and put it into the pan. Due to the medium heat, it should melt instantly and begin to sizzle in the pan. Once it begins to sizzle in the pan, that lets us know that we're ready to put the steak in.
With the butter in the pan and the heat on medium, I think we're ready to go. So, you want to take your steak, and as you put it in away from you. Stay safe in the kitchen. You don't want that oil coming back at you and hitting you in the arm and burning yourself. Put it away from you. Now, I usually like to keep it on for a minute on this side, and then a minute on the next side, and then you do that periodically for the next 5 or 6 minutes, and make sure the sides as well, also a minute. You just want to make sure this is cooked evenly. You really want to make sure the flavor is enhanced by flipping it so often.
And now you want to take the garlic and sprinkle that onto the steak in the pan because it's going to give it that extra flavor and make it taste that much better. And throughout the steak process, you want to make sure that you're constantly turning it about a minute or so, as I do here, just making sure that you get all the sides seared correctly. And when you have a nice good sear on both sides, you can take the steak out of the pan and let it rest for a little bit.
So, knife and fork ready to go. I went for a nice medium rare, so I'm hoping that when I cut into this piece of meat, it'll be a nice, solid pink. Bon appetit. Oh my goodness. Not to toot my own horn, but excuse me, but that's damn good. Perfect flavor. The garlic put into the pan really helped it. Salt and pepper didn't make it over seasoned, just the right amount of flavor. And that was the way to make a steak the Stara way. Fantastic recipe, great for anyone. Now, I'm gonna eat this thing. You guys have a great day. This has been Chef Stara, signing off. There was more fat than anything, but... It's pink in the middle, which is exactly what you want, because you don't really want to look at the outside, you want to look at what's in the middle, because that's what the entire piece of meat is going to look like. And I think I cooked it to perfection, honestly. It's really tender, really chewy, really good.